Hello everyone, my name is Justin, and I'm here from 3-in-1 Holders to tell you about my new product, the CFS Holder. The inspiration for the CFS Holder came one morning when I was out fishing with my grandpa. We were talking about different problems and possible inventions I could come up with for the invention competition here on campus. After discussing for a little while, he said, "Justin, I got a problem you can solve. I've been coming out here fishing for the last 50 years, and whenever I come out here and it's too rough out, I never catch as many fish." Now, I wasn't exactly sure what he meant by this, but this is what he explained to me. When you're out on your boat fishing and it's too rough out, what happens is that the boat is constantly rocking back and forth. And what this results in is your bait height is constantly changing heights. And this looks very unnatural to the fish and ultimately decreases the amount of fish you catch.
In this animation, on the right is a normal fishing rod holder, while on the left is the CFS holder. What you're going to see happening is on the right, as the boat rocks back and forth, the bait is constantly getting pulled up and down. However, the CFS holder on the left moves inversely with the waves. So as the boat rocks down, the rod tip goes up, and when the boat rocks back up, the rod tip goes down. Underwater, you can see the competitors' products on the right constantly changing heights, while the CFS holder remains in the relatively constant position. In addition, by allowing the rod holder to constantly pivot back and forth, the user does not have to take the rod out to set the hook. To set the hook, one simply pushes on the back of the rod, which rotates the front up, setting the hook, without ever taking the pole out of the holder. If you'd like to use the CFS holder in the self-adjusting feature, simply take the fishing rod, put it in the rear of the CFS holder, and put it into place. Once in place, simply add the appropriate amount of sinkers to the line to get the rod to balance on the holder. As you can see here, the rod is now parallel with the water. As you can see here, as the boat begins to rock down, rather than having the bait crash into the ground, the bait remains at a relatively constant height. As the boat rocks back up, the rod tip now rotates downward, which keeps the bait at a relatively constant height as well. To use the CFS holder in the locked position, or similar to all the other products on the market, simply take the locking device here, rotate it into place, put the cotter key in, and now you have a fixed position holder. However, with the fixed position holder, as you can see, when the boat rocks down, the bait now crashes into the ground, which makes the bait look unnatural. In addition, as the boat rocks back up, the bait constantly is changing heights and looks very unnatural to the fish. To use the CFS holder on either the land or the ice, simply remove the base, take off the locking wing nut, take the locking device, rotate it downward, stick the locking device into the ground, front piece into the ground, and then place your fishing rod in the end of the rod holder. Beginning over a year ago, the CFS holder started off as a very simple and basic idea. As you can see here, this first prototype did not have any locking device and was simply just a proof of concept. Moving forward, I then developed a product that allowed the user to lock the holder in place. As you can see here, two different locking device styles. Although very shrewd in their design, these products proved to be very successful in proving the proof of concept. Moving forward, we selected one of these designs and came up with these two designs up here on the upper level. This design over here on the right was actually sent out west to be tested by two professional fishermen. Based on their feedback, we came up with revisions, came up with this design, and now we're on to the one that is in the packaging. For more information on 3-in-1 holders or the CFS holder, please visit www.3in1holders.com.